Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your man Mohamed Camara, and welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is, man. In the last video, we talked about a crazy TikTok ads organic advertising strategy so you don't have to use any ad spend. In this video, we're actually going to cover pretty strategic strategy, I would say, to get very good profitability in just the first 2 days of you running your ads on TikTok ads. And this is with ad spend, okay? If you haven't seen that last video, I'll link it up here. It's an absolute must watch, because we're gonna need some of those content ideas and those things that we talked about there to move forward and actually get good results with this strategy that I'm gonna show you. So in a few seconds, we're gonna hop behind the dashboard. I'm gonna show you everything from A to Z. We'll set up a campaign with, a test product for ourselves, and I'll show you exactly how to set this up. But these are the same exact strategies that I'm using on campaigns like this one. As you can see, I've been running it for only 2 days, and we spent a total of $40 here and made back $294.30, right? So this is at around a 7.36 ROAS, which is phenomenal. We're getting a 44 cents cost per click, and our click-through rate is sky high. Okay, this is one of the things that I wanted to note about this before we actually dive in. Okay, just be patient with me here, because this is gonna really set the framework for your campaigns being profitable in the first 2 days of you running with very minimal ad spend. And the reason why is because that organic strategy that we talked about in that previous video, and that strategy is used to basically find out which video content and which video formats people naturally like and naturally gravitate towards when they're using TikTok. So TikTok do the heavy lifting as far as telling us which video is the best performer, and we can measure this by which one has gotten the most views in the past month. So I took my best video out of all the videos that I've been posting in the past month for this product. I took the very best one that got the most views, and I just used that one video as an ad here, and that's what's getting us almost a 7% click-through rate. This is like a sky-high click-through rate when it comes to just advertising. So we have a solid ad, and I gotta mention that because that's a very, very important and crucial aspect to your ads actually working when you go to spend money now. So don't just take a video and edit it because you don't know how it's going to perform. You don't know whether people like it or not naturally. Okay, use TikTok to kind of see which one is going to work first, and then once you have the best video, you want to come and advertise that. That's what's going to help you get results like this. Okay, other than that, we're getting good flow. Okay, we had about 90 visitors just from this one campaign in 2 days. We're spending the minimum of $20 a day on TikTok as well. So before we dive into the campaign setup, let me show you what the structure is gonna look like. It's a very simple, okay? Unlike Facebook, we're not gonna do multiple ad sets or anything like that. It's gonna be very straightforward. We're gonna do one campaign. We're gonna do one ad group with a bunch of different audiences within it. This is gonna be at $20 a day, the very minimum that we're allowed to spend on TikTok. And then we're gonna have that one ad, which is our best creative that we've basically posted organically before. Now, when we set this up, let's just go through it, and I'll show you some pointers as we're building out this campaign. But I want to imagine that we are selling, let's say, a dog product. That's a very easy example, right? So let's say we're selling a dog product. Because you was posting content organically beforehand, your picture should have fires. It should have some activity on there, and that should make your ads now have more confidence to go and be delivered. That's gonna prevent your ads from not being delivered. You know how some people, they tend to run into an issue of TikTok ads not spending their ads initially? It's because your pixel doesn't have a lot of data to go off of. So when you post that organic content beforehand, you get two benefits. You get the benefit of letting TikTok determine which ad is the best ad for you, so you can get sky-high click-through rates like this. And then you also want to make sure you install your pixel while you're posting all those contents organically, so that your pixel is now getting data for free, right? So then when we come to finally advertise, we have a hot and ready pixel, and we have a winning ad that we're confident in, and that's all going to make for great results. So now we can definitely just go for conversions, okay? And I'm just going to type in test here, okay? If you can set a budget limit, I like doing this just to keep track of my spend. I'm all about spending the least to get the maximum results. Okay, so that's why we're spending the least amount that we can, at least in the testing phase. We're not scaling yet. We just want to test it out, put it out, and show it to more people and see how they react to our funnel. Okay, so I like to set a lifetime budget of, let's say, if you have $100 in total you want to spend, that's going to last you about 5 days. We could continue here. All right. On the ad group level, this is where we're going to do most of the heavy lifting on TikTok. So I'm just going to type in test for the ad name here. Usually I'll just name it after the audience, whether it's male, the age range, just so I can see that from an overview of my dashboard later. Right here, we're going to go with website. We're going to select our pixel and all of that stuff. We're going to select this pixel, and then we want to go straight for complete payment. Okay, this is an empty pixel right here. I'm just using that for this example, but yours should have activity, and that's the one you want to go for. All right, because you've done all that legwork beforehand if you followed my previous videos. And if you haven't already, hit a like on this video. It really helps out the channel. I'm going to be trying my best to give you guys as much value as possible so you could go and get some results like this too. All I ask is just hit a like, subscribe if you haven't already, join the Money Mafia. But right here, we're going to select the placements, which is just TikTok. That's the only place we want our ad to show on, and that's what it's optimized for. And then we come down here, we can leave this alone. This is custom audiences. Basically, select your demographics, okay? I'm in the US. I'm going to select people in the US, whatever location is convenient for you. Now, as far as gender, like I said before, on our TikTok account, we've posted content organically, right? So one of the beautiful things that we could do, we could go in and see the analytics on our actual TikTok account that has all that organic, traffic and people already, and the analytics there. So we could just go and view the analytics tab and see if there's a gender that our account and our product is leaning towards. Okay, if it's over about 75% towards like males, for example, then we want to just go straight for males. But for right now, we'll just leave it simple and go no limit. We'll leave it open if you're like hesitant about this. As far as age, I like to go for the 25 to 55 range, especially for more expensive products, because the younger demographic doesn't tend to have that much disposable income, especially on TikTok. They're just there to look at memes and stuff like that. But we want to target that older demographic. I'm going to show you another thing later on as we continue down here on how we can get those 18 to 24 age range if they have the budget for our products. Over here, we want to come to no limit for the languages. We want to keep it very broad here, okay? And in the interest, now this is where we're going to do most of the heavy lifting, okay? We're going to be working with 3 of these interests and behaviors, which is the main one, adding interest. We're going to be working with adding behavior. We're going to add hashtag interactions as well over here, okay? So at first, we'll start off by adding, just selecting the broad audiences that we can think of that our product falls under. So right here, we said dog product, right? So the main category for that is going to be pets. So that's a perfect audience for us. And one of the things you'll notice is that TikTok will start suggesting you some stuff here. Okay, so we could come here and start selecting some of these sub audiences. So dogs right here, okay? We can go with puppy, all right? We can go with pet supplies right here. Dog training is another one. So it'll start suggesting you some more audiences, similar to what Facebook does if you guys have experience with that. All right, so we'll select some of those sub audiences. I'm gonna keep trying to get some more here. So what I'll do is over here, I'll type in something like dog, right? You can type in as well on the interest part, and it'll show you other categories that does not fall within those broad categories that you selected before. This is a new update. This is something that TikTok has implemented very recently. So you definitely want to take advantage of that, as other, drop shippers and all your other competition and other advertisers aren't really aware of this method here. You can actually type in some subcategories and get some additional audiences. As you can see, this one is dogs. It's an audience size of about 1.5 million. Okay, so we could go dog food is another one. People who are looking dog food and stuff like that on TikTok are probably dog owners, right? So we could go here. People who have a bulldog, for example. I'm going to remove hot dog because that could be confused with the food. You don't know whether they're talking about the food or the actual pet. We got dog collar here. So there's a lot of subcategories that pop up here. And I really like this from TikTok. I think that it's definitely contributed to helping get more results and more conversions later on. So you can select as much of these subcategories as you want. So remember, select that broad category. You want to select some suggestions as well, and then type in your own keywords to get some subcategories that are not so common, right? But they're still relevant to your product. So let's just imagine we're selling like a dog collar, like this fancy dog collar for this product, right? So we'll keep selecting all of these. Select as much as you can. I want to get this available audience to the right side right here. I want to get this anywhere above 60 million. Okay, I'm only saying that because the results that I've gotten on those previous ad sets, the audience size was about 60 to 82 million. Okay, so TikTok likes a very broad audience, okay? So give it opportunities to deliver your content to people. And content tends to run through audiences a lot more faster on TikTok than on Facebook because the content is a lot shorter. So you want those audience sizes to be very high so you can have healthy CPMs later on when you're running your ads. Okay, so we can select all of these subcategories. You guys get where I'm going with this. Okay, we can add as much as we can here. Calming dog, dog hoodie, dog safe, treats, bowls. We can remove dog and cat here. I want to go with dog breed, interactive dog, best dog. Okay, all types of categories here. And for dogs, it's a lot. Okay, so we can add all of those. Now we'll move on into behaviors. And what I'll do is I like to do watch till end and shared for the same type of category. So you want to select the category that your product falls under. So I'm not sure if they have pets under here, but we'll try and find something that is close enough. Okay, if not, it's not a big deal. Don't force it. You don't have to use every single category. You just have to make sure it's getting your audience, okay? So we're gonna do a mix of things. I'm trying to see how I can find dog in this audience right here. Well, let's see if nurture is, okay, nurture, we have animals, pets, okay? So that would be the category. You gotta do a little looking around, but you'll get it. Okay, so we have pets. That's all I'm gonna select here. We don't wanna get too specific on this. We wanna keep that pretty open. We wanna select the time period to be the past 15 days. The reason why we're selecting watch till the end and shared is because these are the people that are showing high engagement for your video. That's going to contribute to you getting a high click-through rate. And people who shared are more likely going to share content within this category with other people, other family members, right? And when those family members see your content, they're going to take it with high consideration because it's coming from somebody they know. And those people tend to convert. Okay, so that's why we like to select these two. Liked and commented, that doesn't result in an ROI for us. So I like to leave that alone. Okay, we want to come down here. As far as creator interactions, I haven't really gotten good results with this, so I just leave it alone. Feel free to try it if you want. Let me know how that goes in the comment section. But I'm just going to skip and go to hashtags. Again, a newer update that TikTok is hooking us up with. And what we could do is just type some hashtags that relate to your product. So I'm just going to type dog right here. Okay, so I'm gonna type dog. That's a very broad and general one. We can type dog talk. That's like a section of TikTok that is catered to just dog type of content and stuff like that. So as you can see, that audience size is about 12 million, 15 million people. So good audience there. We could go with dogs talk or dog talks, okay? Try to get as deep into your audience as you can. We can also go get a little creative here. We could type dog breeds. Okay, so we could type pit bull here, for example. We could type pit bulls, okay, pit bully, right? You're gonna see a lot of subcategories here in hashtags. So select as many as you can, honestly. If you want, you could do a few ads. If you wanted to do more ads, you could do one ad group with just interests. You could do one ad group with just interactions with videos, and you could do one ad group with just the hashtag. So you'll be spending $60 in total. But for this one, I like to keep the budget low. Okay, I like to keep the ad spend low. That's why I'm grouping them all together. We could always dissect them later after we analyze our data and see where sales are actually coming from. But right now we'll go with Pitbull family. We'll go with Pitbull puppies, for example. You guys get the point. Type in all types of dog breeds in here if you want and get creative as possible. But we want to get our audience size in total for the ad group to this range right here, right above 60 million. That's a sweet spot for this, okay? And I'm going to come down here. Of course, we're going to set that daily budget to $20. But one of the things I want you guys to try out as well, that's I actually think is going to help with TikTok's algorithm and optimizing your pixel faster, is enabling targeting expansion right here, okay? And you want to enable it for age only, okay? So when TikTok sees an opportunity to show it to more people, but they don't fall within that age range that we selected earlier, right? Then it'll try from time to time if they show the same traits of the people that you are targeting. Okay, so we don't want to target all 18 to 24-year-olds. We want to target those that have similarities with the age range that we initially know are going to get us results. You know what I'm saying? So you can enable that right now, but our audience is big enough. So I think this is just fine right now. If we get into a point where this audience is exhausted and we starting to see those CPMs rise, the click-through rates go down, then we can always, implement that on our newer ad sets when we decide to scale. But for right now, let's keep it simple. Okay, just something I wanted to point out for y'all. Right here, you want to launch your ad on the next day at midnight. Okay, so that way you can get even spend throughout the day. So I like to go with the next day, and then I'll just select 000 here to set it to midnight. That way it'll start right on time and get even spend throughout the day. Or else, if you start your ad at 5 p.m. today, TikTok will spend your $20 and they'll just force that ad spend, and you probably won't get any results, and it's not going to lead to an optimized ad later. Once you do that, okay, we want to optimize for conversions here. Lowest cost is our bid strategy, and that's it. That's pretty much all that is done on the ad group level. This is where 90% of the work is going to be done. So these audiences and stuff, that's going to change depending on your product, depending on how you're targeting, depending on your ad creative. But if you have that winning ad like we talked about, these should work, okay? And you should get results in those high ROAS, okay? I want to go back out and show you some deeper metrics in that funnel. But let's go with next here. Let's just cover that ad section. Okay, I'm just going to go with next. And then as we're here, we can use our own TikTok account. So you can select this. All right, you can use your own TikTok ad account, and you can just select the post. All right, you can select the post of the top performing ad that you posted organically for the past month. And that's what's going to lead to you getting high click-throughs. After you do that, you just pretty much going to grab the caption from that and then put it as the text here. There's nothing else you need to do except set it to standard here, set it to shop now, which is going to be right here, and then you put the link to your product page, not your home page of your website, your product page. We want to encourage them to be in a buyer mood. All right, so that's what we're going to put here, and then you submit. And once you do that, you just let your ads marinate, and within the next day they should start getting some results down your funnel. Now I do want to show y'all that this actually works, because I'm going to go back. This is the past 2 days, but I'm going to go back to the first day, right, where we spent our first $20. And this day we had spent $20 and made $196. Okay, that was a ROAS of 9.81. Okay, ridiculous. Almost a 10 times ROA. This means that for every dollar I put into TikTok right now, I'm getting $9.81 back. That's a great ROI. This is all thanks to this strategy and doing the legwork of creating content organically beforehand. So very important part, and that's something that a lot of dropshippers sleep on. They just want to take other people's videos, edit it up, chop it up, and then just go run an ad. You don't know how well that ad is going to run, because you don't know if your ad is good. You just kind of chopped it up and assumed that people were going to like it, rather than letting TikTok tell you what people are liking by giving you high view counts. You know what I'm saying? So we had that. We had a 7% click-through rate on that day. Okay, so even if that click-through rate drops in half or is cut in half, we're still healthy, because we want to have at least a 2% click-through rate on TikTok at all times. Okay, now on the second day of this ad being ran, you can see we spent $20 and it got $98. Okay, and then right here, we had a 4.91 ROA. Okay, so we still have time for this to optimize. It's running today. We didn't get any sales yet today, but I don't want to even include or look at that data, because we're very early in the testing phase, and I don't like to look at the data until the whole day is done. All right, because who knows, we might get a sale later, and I don't want to assume early. So we let this run for about 3 days. If you've done the legwork and your pixel had previous data on it, you should only let this run for 3 days, and then if you're seeing profitability stay there, then we're going to duplicate these campaigns and scale horizontally. That's for another video. I don't even want to get into that right now, but that's when things turn up, and that's when things get crazy. But if you got some value out of this video, Money Mafia, hit a like. I would really appreciate it. Also, make sure you comment down below if you have any questions on this. Try to cover as much as possible as I was going through this process. If there's anything I skipped over, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next, and we'll talk about scaling in the next video. Okay, but until then, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Also, if you want to join Ecom Bootcamp and get personal coaching from me, now's the perfect time to do it, because that's where most of my attention and my energy is. I actually reveal my products, I reveal my websites, I reveal my stores. And I think that's a great way. If you're looking to take this serious, definitely get a mentor. It doesn't have to be me, but if you want to join Money Mafia, then go ahead. I'll leave a discounted link in the description below. But until then, man, we'll cover the scaling aspects and all that stuff in a future video. Right now, happy testing, man. Happy Ramadan for all my Muslim folks out there. And watch this video right here if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll enjoy that if you enjoyed this one as well. Catch you on the next one, Money Mafia. Peace out.